3, 2, 1, showtime!
Episode 9, here we are, the day you, well, especially us, we've been waiting for. Oh, I'm not going to waste much time getting into it, because I know you guys have probably just clicked on this episode just to hear this, not us. But it's Ian. Blake, how are you?
Good.
All right. Are you ready, Blake?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, here it is. Happy birthday, Mower County Police Calls. Here is the first ever recorded interview with the admin.
Make sure you come back.
Oh, we've been granted the welcome to get an interview with the MCPC, but we were waiting on the side of the road to get this interview, and we got picked up by a van, and now our stuff is set up, and we are in a room, and I have no idea where we are, but I'm glad we are here. Blake, how are you feeling?
I have a bag over my head and it's dark.
Well, take it off, you dumbass.
Oh, there it is.
Jesus
all right.
Christ.
Whew.
Whew, you better?
Yeah.
But like I was saying, I'm glad we got this interview. I'm so happy.
This is huge.
This is huge. Everybody, I know you've been waiting for this. Please, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's the admin for the Mower County Police Calls page. I know you love to hate me, but I love you all. Just so you know that, I love you all.
That's nice. So, since we're here, and before we die, I hope we don't die, but I think we'll be okay.
I feel pretty safe.
I feel safe now.
I feel like you guys are the kind of gentlemen that like to be choked, so...
Just a little.
Just a little. Don't lie to me. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Moving on. All right. Let's got a couple questions. Basic, what started Mower County Police Calls? Where did it come from?
Well, I've been a huge fan of these police accounts on Twitter. Not sure if you guys have ever followed Mike the Cop or any other of the other accounts, but these guys are hilarious. And I've noticed that those guys have a way of interacting with their followers, all right? The complete opposite can be said for accounts that are owned by actual police departments, with the Austin Police Department specifically. They'll get these assholes on there, and they have to be nice to them. Well, the main goal for my page to start off with was, first and foremost, it was meant to be a troll. I was trying to fuck with anybody I could, and that was my mission to start off with. And now all of a sudden we have almost 5,000 likes. But the main goal of the page is to react to not only the calls, but the assholes that respond to the calls in the same fashion that a first responder would, behind closed squad doors. You know, so how these officers that are busting their ass every single day. And, you know, I'm a reformed criminal, so I've been behind the plexiglass. I've been in cuffs before, so I know how it is. But, you know, these guys catch shit all the time. And I know for a fact that they are busting balls behind closed squad doors. And I'm trying to bring that out into the public. You know, I want those guys to be able to read something that we're posting and be like, that is absolutely hilarious, because that's how it went down. You know, so they don't get to be public with how they think and how it really is on the job, you know, and that's where we come in. You know, we try to kind of be that voice, an unofficial voice, if you will, but there's not a cop around that wouldn't agree with what we're saying. So their sense of humor is more fucked than ours is. I can tell you that right now.
So, I mean, what I'm getting from the point of the channel is, or from the page, is he's saying exactly what the cops are saying on their way to whatever they're going to. Say they're getting called to the same apartment building.
Like Mandolin. They're going to Mandolin for the 5th time in 6 hours. Motherfucker. I have to go back to this again? Are you kidding me? And then they step out of the squad car and they're as professional as they possibly can be. But until that squad car door opens, they're Naatz.
And then, so yeah, they're saying what he's saying on the page, they're saying in the squad car,
Yeah.
or thinking in the squad car. That's funny to me.
So we on this podcast, well, me and Jim, always back the blue. Obviously, a lot of cops will get flack. I mean, yes, we and he were actually talking about this yesterday. There is a couple probably rotten egg cops that take it a little too far sometimes, but 98% of them are gonna be hardworking American men that just are women. We love women too.
They
But,
want to go home at the end of the day
yeah.
as well.
But there's also the other side that there's criminals or just hooligans that try to ruin or make them look bad. It
That
goes
they
both-
see daily, weekly,
Yeah.
just monthly. They
And
always see the same people.
I feel like it's sad. I feel like more negative cop news gets broadcasted worldwide than positive. Like it could be like 1,000 cops in a day save kids from fires or whatever could happen from bad homes. One cop hits a black guy, world news.
And that's the same thing with work. You're never going to get told good job on something every day. You're never going to be, hey, good job handing in that paper. Good job handing in that stuff on time. You're always going to be told that one thing that you did bad. So they could do 1,000 things good beforehand, but then that one time they do bad, it shoots. That's the only thing that's ever noticed.
I can tell you that we've been responsible for finding a few missing people, whether it's been runaway kids or whatever the case is. No one ever knows that because we don't tell anybody. We do good without telling everybody that we did good. And then we get a couple of assholes, i.e. the employees at Gerard, that, think that we're attacking them. Well, sometimes the truth hurts,
Truth definitely hurts, especially when you don't want to hear it. And so I totally understand that. And I think that goes into the next question. It brings up why the merch happens. Who's Penny? I don't understand. Who's Penny?
Penny is like a Karen, but mutated. So Karen wants to speak to your manager. Penny wants to speak to the CEO. That's how this works. And when these people can't get you in trouble, it blows their brains up. But getting back to Penny, Penny got irritated over a dick joke that the page made. She attacked the sponsors. She attacked anybody she could to try to hold us responsible for this hilarious dick joke that we made. A dick joke's a dick joke, and it's never not funny. I don't care who you are. Apparently, Penny doesn't like dick jokes. And so she took it upon herself to harass, not even just reach out and call the sponsors and say, hey, what's up? She harassed the sponsors. And we're under the mindset that if we're gonna return gunfire with nuclear weapons, and that's where the merch line came out. You want to be an asshole? That's fine, but we're gonna put your name on a T-shirt, bumper stickers, coffee mugs, coasters. We got a billboard coming. So Penny dug her own. She got herself into the problem that she's in right now. And the best thing, in my opinion, is no one knows it's her but her. So there's even less that she can do about it. She could try to go and attack our jobs. She could attack anybody she wants. She could try to sue us. Bring it on, Penny. But the point remains is you're the only one that knows that the T-shirts are directed at you.
Because other than that, people just think, oh, hey, Penny. They just think of the Penny.
See, I'll admit, when I first noticed this page and I just saw the Penny, I had no idea what it was, but then I dug deeper into people that knew the background, and now that I know the story, it's hilarious as fuck.
Yeah, the joke's even better. Usually jokes aren't funny if you have to explain it, but in this case, it makes it that much better. I find joy in having to explain to somebody what don't be a penny means. And really, don't be a penny means just don't be an asshole to people in your life. I mean, you guys would be surprised. We had upwards of 50 messages in the inbox on the Facebook page of people that this lady has bullied incessantly, that she's been an asshole to since who knows when. What, the 50s when she was in school? I would imagine she's probably pretty that old. Or that pretty. Jesus, man. These PBRs are getting to me already. But the point remains, don't be an asshole to people. Just don't be an asshole, or your name's going to end up on a t-shirt, and people are going to laugh at you, both behind your back and to your face. That's how it works.
Even if they don't even know it's you, they're going to laugh, and it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, do not be a penny. Don't be a penny.
Follow the t-shirts, please.
Yeah.
Steering away from penny, people that might just need to know, like, how, like, people that have scanners on their phones, they hear the bits and pieces, but there's more to it than that. I know you can get really expensive ones, and then you can just get, like, the free app. People that don't know, how does it work?
Well, we had sponsors on the page for a reason. The reason we sold advertising back in February was so that we could provide a better service. We bought an actual scanner just because the feed that you hear on your phones and on the apps originates from the Moore County Sheriff's Office. Now, obviously, they know that the feed is going out there and people are listening. So they edit the traffic as much as they can. You know, the majority of the traffic goes over the air, but they'll switch to Law 2, which I can hear. I can hear car-to-car radios. I can hear it all, you know. And that's where we're at with it. I mean, we have a really nice radio equipment. On top of that, you know, it's myself and 3 other moderators. You know, up until 6 months ago, I was doing it on my own, and now we have 3 moderators. We all take turns. So those guys all listen on the app, and that's fine. I went ahead and bought them, you know, Broadcastify subscriptions. You know, it's $30 a year, worth it, you know. And so they've all been trained to respond and post calls in the same fashion that I would, so that you guys don't know, you don't realize that it's not just one person posting, you know, so it's seamless. So it takes more work than what you think. It's just not some guy listening to an app and then posting smart-ass comments on the internet. You know, there's much more to it than that. We try our hardest. We don't post medical calls unless it's, you know, bleeding dicks. Bringing it back to Penny, but bleeding dicks is the only medical call we've ever posted, you know. And, you know, we won't post suicides. We won't post names. And as a matter of fact, if we catch somebody trying to post or identify the subject of a call, before we would warn them, and now it's just an instant ban. We won't put up with that nonsense. You know better. The page has been around a while now. I mean, you should know better. You deserve to get banned if you're going to be a dumbass. So
I personally appreciate that.
Yes.
Because, I mean, it's like, I'm one of those people where it's like, I can understand where you don't want to post suicides, you don't want to post emergencies like that. But, like, you're also posting, like, the serious stuff. Some kid, like, a couple weeks ago, you posted a kid got hit in front of the school on 4th Avenue.
yeah.
And it just, subject got hit. It's a kid. APD is responding, and the ambulance is responding. And then you also go serious with the dick joke, which was the one medical thing that you're responding to with the penny thing. I appreciate that. I don't know about you, Ian, but
I do. I mean, there's people out there that they get a high off, like, ratting people out.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
the snitches.
Gossiping Gertrudes. Yeah, that's what they are, or whatever you want to call them. They're assholes. They're as bad as pennies are, you know, in my opinion.
New shirt.
Yes. I don't know if that would fit. That's a lot of screen printing, that's for sure. I don't know if my guy over at Mayhem Ink would appreciate having put Gertrude on a t-shirt, but it is what it is, so.
Shout out Mayhem Ink.
That's right.
Also, it's another thing, like, like you talking about your moderators and how you got them that link to be able to listen to the personal scanners. That was also a question I had personally. Looking at I've watched, I think I've been a follower for a while, but I've watched the page grow up, and I've wondered how, like, you're posting at 3 a.m. in the morning sometimes at 8 a.m. I've always wondered how that works. So, I mean, you adding some light to that was actually kind of nice. Hopefully the listeners here listening will.
it takes a lot of work, man. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I mean, there's, like I said, there's much more to it. You know, I mean, we took this page that I started as a troll. I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. It was a troll to fuck with people, you know, and now it's grown into what it is, you know. So I take that seriously. People take what, you know, we say, regardless of whatever disclaimers we throw out there. We are not the cops. I don't know how many times we have to say that, but we take the role that we have seriously. You know, we know a lot of people take what we say. They don't realize that it's not true, you know, that a lot of it is, you know, kind of tongue-in-cheek, so.
Yeah, so, Blake, you wanted to ask a question right here. You were just pointing to me.
Yeah, I feel like you guys have your questions written down. I thought, what kind of show am I on over here, huh?
You're on a very low end. I mean, we were thrown into this position right now, and I'm
We're
a
thrown
little
into the
startled.
white van, dude.
I know you're in a van. Hey, you guys wanted the candy. And it's Smarties. It's the worst kind of candy.
You got Smarties?
No, I didn't get Smarties. What the fuck? I was told we may be doing this interview, so we had some questions come up, but just in case.
We're gonna need to fucking talk about this after.
Shut up.
I want some.
You guys fight like you're married.
So, do you have any goals for MCPC?
I just want it to continue to grow as much as it has. It seems we've kind of slowed down on the growth right now, but I mean, all that's going to take is a news story, you know. So we do have something pretty fucking hilarious planned for when we pass the Austin Police Department in likes. They're at, last I checked, was 5,700 and some change. So once that happens, it's going to be epic, I can tell you that right now. If you thought our Pink Cop Car campaign was hilarious, just wait to see what we have in store for you.
Which I'm a big fan of the Pink Cop Car, because
I thought that was real.
My mom is personally like she's one of the biggest people in Paint the Town Pink. She's going to all the pink events, always part of it. So when I first saw this last year, you had it was a great Photoshop of the SUVs.
Yes.
Cop cars for the Austin Police Department. I legit thought that was real.
It was
I was
cool.
waiting for that thing to drive around town.
Yeah.
When is this happening? And then I think you're the one that caused the dude from Super Troopers to actually.
Yeah, we actually, I used to, I worked with Eric Stolhansky. I used to have a much cooler job than I have now as a day job, and Eric Stolhansky and I have kind of, we've known each other on a professional level for a few years now, and all it took was a phone call, and he threw those glasses and that shirt on and trolled the Austin Police Department just like I was hoping he would, you know. So we wrote his script. Obviously, if you listen to him, you can tell that's totally us that wrote it, you know, but I believe when we pass that 5,700 like mark, there's something along that vein that may or may not be in the works as we speak. So, you know, we try to prove to everybody that we're the biggest assholes you guys will ever meet. I'll tell you that right now. It's something I'm pretty proud of, actually. But at the same time, we want to help the community, and if that means that we got to troll the Austin Police Department into wrapping a pink cop car because they're not participating. Like, how is the entire city painted pink and you guys are doing nothing? It took me getting a super trooper, a fucking super trooper, to troll them into getting $4 pink stocking caps. Okay, it may or may not be the thought that counts, but that's ridiculous. You should be doing it on your own. Everywhere is pink. How do you not have a pink cop car? That's all I gotta say about that. You should have a pink cop car.
At least one.
At least one.
At least one that's parked outside the station or whatever.
Yeah, use one of their SRO cars for their liaison officers. They all have their own cars. Those cars sit there all the time. And using last year for an example, we had the wrap covered. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we had the wrap covered. It's a $1,500 wrap job. It takes 90 minutes. And nothing. Didn't want anything to do with it. This year is going to be even worse for him, I can tell you that right now.
I want to be honest. If I was a cop, I would give no fucks if I had a pink car. Just because of how like much my mom is into it, like I've seen like what it can do if somebody just rocks up in a pink car or a pink hat or something like that. I'd totally do it. Hell yeah. I know for like a cop standpoint, like how intimidating is that going to be pulling up in a pink car?
Well, they're definitely not hiding, that's for sure.
Yeah, like they're not doing anything sitting on the side of the road hiding with their like lights off or anything, but a pink car definitely throws them out a little bit more.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'd like to see it. I mean, could you imagine, like, see how big of an event, like, Paint the Rink Pink is for the Austin Bruins? Have that car parked out front as people are coming in. How cool that would be.
Just be like, yeah, a show thing.
It's like, for Christmas, I think there's, like, a Toys for Tots van. They come in and stuff something in, like, bring, like, I don't know, donate money. There, like the firemen are always out there with their fill the boot. Well, fill a cop car with something.
Yeah.
Well, we're most definitely not here to do the APD's marketing for them, but apparently that's the situation we found ourselves in. So they will have a pink cop car. They will get trolled. I will keep trolling the shit out of them until they get a pink cop car because it needs to happen. They need to show solidarity with the community. And I think it's messed up that they haven't yet, so.
Well, this has been a very interesting interview. Just one last thing I want to touch. Is there just anything you, for MCPC, just want to get out there, promote, tell them what's happening in the near future? Anything besides, like, when you surpass the police department? That's going to be interesting.
We don't want to make you give that up.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
When this,
Secret safe.
We haven't been told.
when this interview drops, that's going to be big. But just anything else you just want to get out there before?
Well, really, the biggest part of it is I have a pretty solid group, or we at this point. I guess now I need to start using we instead of I because there's more than one of us now. So I want to thank the group of diehard fans. They are rabid. I mean, anybody jumps on and starts shit, they're on them before I am. So I want to thank, you know, the fans that have been there and have supported not only us, but they've supported the sponsors, you know, that we had. I also want to dedicate this interview to Penny. I love you, sweetie. Kisses, hugs, and kisses. And I want to make sure you guys get down to S&S Towing to get some of our merch. We have our T-shirts. We have bumper stickers. Our mugs are on the way. We're getting coasters. We're getting whatever this thing is. We're getting tumblers. Yes, that's it. Sorry, I have a few beers in me already. So we have lots of other merch on the way. You know, and once again, we just want to thank the fans. You know, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to be just obnoxious dicks on the internet. So that pretty much does it. That's all I have to say about that. So
I appreciate it. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. You just started this podcast 2 months ago. This big opportunity. I appreciate it so much. This is going to be great.
Yeah, I'm happy to ring in our very first birthday with you guys. So that's going to be pretty awesome. So when you guys hear this, it's our first birthday. So the page has been around much longer than that, but, you know, we've been active for, it'll be a year now. So when you guys hear this, happy birthday to us. Yeah, right?
We already popped the bottles.
Yeah, popping bottles. Yes.
So I just want to say, again, like Ian said, thank you for coming on. I know I'm not part of the podcast.
You are right now, buddy.
But, no, like, this is huge. Like, thanks for coming here and at least telling us your side of the story.
Yeah, no problem.
Hopefully we cleared it up with some people that still think, I mean, hey.
On the fence about something. On the fence about whether or not this guy has good, like, harm.
Intentions or bad.
You know, this.
It's a mix of both, I think.
Love being a dick, and it's awesome. It's in good spirits.
It is in good spirits, yes.
All right, one last question. How do we get out of here?
Yeah.
I'm going to jump out. I'll have my guy drop you off.
Sounds good.
Well, again, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, gentlemen.
Let's give a shout out to MCPC for being here, or for bringing us here. Absolutely. Bags over the heads, white candy van, it's whatever.
I seriously want to go get some Smarties now.
Yeah, Smarties.
All right, Smarties, run.
And then a shout out to Mom. You know who you are.
And Penny.
And Penny.
We love
I love you, Penny. I'm picturing you naked, just so you know. It's not the greatest sight in the world, but it's happening, and I'm not sorry at all.
Penny, thanks for all of this.
Hey, you made for a good shirt. All right, wasn't that good?
That was a good time.
Oh, that was a great time. I swear to God, if this doesn't get more than 200 views, I'm quitting.
You know, I don't even care.
Nah, I don't care either.
I like
this is
10
forever
views.
us.
10 views. That interview in itself. I don't care if anybody listens to it. It was awesome.
Hey, if they make it really big, who had the first interview?
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's what's up. Street cred.
Street cred.
All right.
Let's just get that Super Trooper on the. He's got the deets. We can get the Super Trooper on the podcast for Pink Month. Let's do it.
That'd be sweet.
You guys need to get that happen.
That
make that
We
happen.
could have some shenanigans on podcast.
Comment down below.
Liter of cola. All right. Let's get right in. All right. So we'll steer away from that. And the boat is no longer rowing. Well, it's ported, but it's
The new Titanic.
it's docked.
It's the new Titanic.
It'll row to some pole game, but it won't be rowing to the Big Ten championship.
That's a sad.
Yeah, I know. God,
It was.
I watched the whole thing, minute started, minute it ended. I didn't miss a play. I didn't miss anything. Wisconsin got the ball first. Minnesota looked good. Defense shut down. Then we got the ball like on the 50 because of a shitty punt. 2 plays. Boom. Big touchdown pass. I'll go, okay.
Alright.
Snow was coming down.
All right.
Okay. That was the only touchdown that. Okay, never mind. I guess they did get a touchdown at like the last 2 minutes of the game, but it was just get this game over with touchdown. But Wisconsin just laid the throttle.
Instead of rowing the boat, they fucking
Oh God.
ran that jet ski.
Hold my cheese, they said. Didn't even run their top running back. Well, they tried, and they stopped him, but then the quarterback's like, you know what, you're going to try and stop this run? I'm just going to boom, dink, and dunk.
There you go.
They look good.
It's sad.
It is, so now we'll
It's a
probably...
Minnesota team, though, so I mean...
It happened. It was going to happen.
Minnesota teams teach you what? I say it all the time. They teach you disappointment. Say it with me.
Disappointment.
Yep. Doesn't matter if it's Wild, Vikings, Twins, Timberwolves. Sad when the only thing you got going for you is a women's basketball team. Woo!
Go Lynx!
So, that's just Minnesota teams, though. So
I know.
I'm used to it.
But speaking of disappointing teams, the Vikings play tomorrow night.
Against the Seahawks in
Monday
Seattle.
night. Oh, so Seahawks, winning record team.
We're not winning. I'm going to say
At
that.
Seattle.
I'm saying that right now.
Seattle's the only-
Against the 12th man, we are not winning.
The only team to give the Niners the loss.
Yeah.
So, which is that? Speaking of the Niners, they were playing
I think they won.
the Ravens. That was a good game.
It was a
but
good game. I heard
couldn't
like
see
game of the year prospects.
Ravens won 20-17.
Ooh, never mind. I saw it with like 2 minutes left. They were winning.
See, I had Lamar Jackson in, but I took him out because I'm like the Niners defense might, be for real. Let's
Probably
see.
went off though.
Lamar Jackson. Oh, he only had 1 touchdown, 105 yards passing. He did have 101 yards rushing though. He's
It's whatever.
he got 22 points. So if Brady can at least get more than 22 points, we'll be good.
We'll be all right.
But yeah, I don't see the Vikings winning.
No, I don't either. And
I feel like it'll be close. Thielen's out again.
oh, he is actually out.
Yeah,
Okay.
officially.
Yeah, I mean, being against a team that good, it's just not gonna happen.
On prime time.
If we can at least keep close to them and it not be a blowout and a total disappointment, I'll be happy with it. But I don't see that happening. I think we're going to get absolutely destroyed.
Probably.
And that's tough for me to say, as you know. Like, and then next week we have the Packers, don't we?
Do it. I don't have the schedule in front of me.
No, next week we have the Lions.
Okay,
so
so that-
it's Seahawks and the Lions. So
So
hopefully we can.
that should be a win.
Hopefully we can win and then go on and face the Packers in 2 weeks
Yeah.
or 3 weeks.
They got the Bears before them, I think, don't we?
No, we got Lions, Chargers, then Packs, then Bears last.
Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah. So probably the Vikings lost tomorrow night. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
But I'm going to try to watch it. I don't think I'll be able to, but I'll try to watch it.
Oh, yeah, you'll be at work. But, hey, maybe you won't be missing much. You know?
Yeah, I probably won't be.
All right.
The Wild won in a shootout?
They did. I was just going to get
Against-
into hockey and give a little
Let's
kudos.
give the lower team the benefit of the doubt first. The Wild.
Yeah.
Good job, Wild, on winning the fucking game.
Good for you in overtime. Good job. Congrats, Miko, on your 1000th game. Like, all with the Wild, yeah. Staylock started his 100th.
What happened? So I've heard a lot of stuff going on with Dubnyk. What do you know? What actually happened to him?
I don't. Did he get hurt?
No, he left for some personal issue. I heard.
Oh God, here we go.
I think I don't know, something with his wife or something.
Oh Jesus.
Was what I heard. I don't know the actual facts yet. But
oh God.
If I could look it up right now on my computer, I would. But my computer's MIA at the moment.
Well, we don't know what we're at. We were at 9% when we walked in.
Doing a factory reset on how slow it is. I'm just sick of it. I put my hands around
tired
its
of
neck
it.
and I put it out of its misery.
Missouri.
Speaking of which, Missouri, you need to start listening to this. Shout out.
Yeah, I don't think they're in.
Nope.
We just gained Nevada the other day. What's this look? What states are we in? Because then if I mention you, put out a comment and say, like, hey, you're welcome.
Like the page on Facebook.
Yes. Please, especially after this interview tonight. So we just...
And if any of you are listening from MCPC, comment down below on what you thought of the interview.
Yeah. And we could probably do another one. If you guys have more questions, you can send us to ask.
Oh, yeah. If you guys like this enough, I'm almost positive he'd come back. Or at least bring the white van to my house and pick us up.
Yeah, I don't sleep very well some nights.
I've installed cameras on my house since then.
You did?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just weird, but what the fuck? Okay.
FBI, open up.
We have Minnesota in the lead. Whoop. I would hope so. New York, Michigan, Texas, Indiana, Arizona, California, Florida, Nevada, Tennessee, Wisconsin, and then 61 other unknowns, and then Ontario, Canada.
And we'll see how this is next week after this.
We should compare. I'll take a
screenshot.
I want to take a screenshot of this week before this one drops. All right, we'll go right here. Boom. Okay, we'll compare next week. See how much we've grown.
And if you're a first-time listener, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you. Sit down. Get cozy. It's going to be an interesting little episode we have here.
If you want to listen to some of our previous ones, they're all on Spotify, iTunes.
Apple Podcasts. Yeah, iTunes. YouTube, if you fucking want to go there.
Yeah,
it's on there.
It's on there.
And fucking no one gives a shit. I think I got a total of 7 views.
It's whatever. It's views, dog.
It's on there. But let's give the biggest shout out to our local boys.
Shout outs. Let's go. Wild. Or not wild.
What?
Hockey. Shoot. Shout outs. Yes.
Austin Bruins went down 4-0. What was the first 3 minutes?
No, we were down 3-0 in the first 5 minutes. And then they scored one with less than 10 minutes to go in the first to make it 4-0.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
But then Millimak scored
With like 2
right
minutes.
at the end of the first to make it 1-4 at the end of the first.
So get that. End of the first, down 4-1.
Yes.
Bruins win 6-5.
Yes.
Let that sink in.
And their fifth goal, not our fifth goal, the Magicians, not the
Wilderness.
Magicians, Wilderness's fifth goal came right at the end of the game.
And it was, they had
So
an
we
extra
were
man.
already up 6-2 or 6-4 when they scored their fifth.
Yeah, there was a power play goal. So.
There was 6 unanswered goals on the Bruins side.
Yeah,
Which is unheard of.
We brought it back to, what was it? We brought it back to 2-4 or 3-4
It
before
was 3-4
Riddle.
it was 2-4 when Riddle fought.
So, yeah, scored another one right at the beginning of the second period.
Yeah.
Riddle, mind you, Riddle is what? Probably like 5'6".
5'6" is giving him a couple inches.
5'6".
That's on skates. That's on skates.
And the guy he fought was at least 6'2".
6'6".
6'6"?
I heard he was 6'6".
He's a fucking tree. Riddle got some hits in. Riddle got hit also, but
That's fine though.
it was a fucking.
But Riddle technically won. He took that dude to the ice.
It was a fucking Donnybrook.
And he pumped that crowd up, dog. He got up from the fight and was just giving up the arm waves, dude. He was, and I was down at the end of the glass when he came off the ice. I think that's the most pumped I've ever seen him ever.
Well, probably.
He was livid with just joy and excitement. He came out, bandaged up his hand, and was still like 10 minutes after the fight, just like ecstatic.
I know. When I was where I'm sitting, the fight was right below me. I heard where his hand hit his visor, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like
right
his
underneath.
knuckles were a little scuffed.
right
yeah.
underneath that visor. But fucking good for him.
And then Millimok right after the fight.
I know.
Like, there's a height difference between the two. So he goes and skates in front of the opposing player's bench, puts his hand down by his waist, and yells at the opposing bench, "He's only this fucking tall!" Like, come on! It was, like, the funniest thing ever.
But
And that fight brought him back.
yeah, we ended up going all. We didn't tie it up at.
We tied it up at the beginning of the third.
Yeah,
we
we went
scored a
into
goal
third 3-4.
almost a minute or two after he fought. So his fight.
Yep, Millimok had
United.
2 goals.
Yeah.
Millimok's first 2 goals came on that, and we got a huge
It was
fucking W.
Huge. So then it's tied up right at the beginning of the third.
Yep.
A couple minutes later, I think it was Jacobs got the go-ahead goal.
Yeah, he got the
he got
5.
the fifth,
Yep.
and then they pulled their goalie with
Yeah.
a minute or two left, and fucking
Almquist just.
Almquist from way the fuck downtown.
Let's give it up, Tillman. If you listen, I gave you the assist. Just
That
calm
was
down.
a good assist.
You ticked it before he got. You got it. Don't worry.
If he listens. So he shoots it from fucking downtown,
From the
like,
blue. Probably
almost by Shea. And it was over by the. It was over by the.
It was
boards,
below our
but it
circle.
was towards Shea.
It was
man.
below our circle,
Yeah,
like below the face-off circle, kind of towards the Papa Murphy's.
in between,
So
like face-off circle and the red line.
So we'll just say blue line for people that
Yeah.
don't know.
And
that's
he,
giving it.
And he just smacked it.
Yeah,
I think he was. I don't know if he was trying to get it in the net or if he was just trying to get out of the zone. But he
Well, it almost went a little wide, but it got in there, right in the
made it
corner.
in the net. And I was down at the end of the ice,
And then-
shouting.
And
It was
then,
awesome.
the Wilderness got theirs, but it doesn't fucking matter.
It was a playoff goal. It was whatever, and they came back 5-4, which means Almquist's empty netter was the game winner, which is good for him. So
What a fucking game for Tyler Naatz to come to, man.
do it, yeah, Tyler. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming in.
Tyler
Thanks.
Naatz, man.
Thanks.
Woo!
At first, and I was sitting over by him during the first 4
Yeah.
goals of the first. He's like, "Man, Kay, do you want to just go? You want to just go now?" No, he didn't say that, but he was. You could tell he's like disappointed with every goal.
Yeah.
He's like, "Really, I'm gonna come to a game and they're gonna lose fucking 4-0." And all of a sudden, they start coming back, and he's like, "What the hell?" He saw that fight. He like stood up. He was like pumping his arms. He was in it, and it was a damn good game.
Oh, then we're back at it Friday, and then the Friday after that. And then we don't see him at home until
February,
end
I
of
think?
January.
Oh,
Like
end
a
of
month.
January? Okay,
We've
good.
been,
dude.
you know,
It's
A game. I
time.
think it's like 7 weeks, at least one home game. Then we'll get a break.
It's time.
Then see him, and it'll be like, oh, good, we're back.
Yep.
And then it'll be almost pink night time. Oh, yeah, you better. It's pink night's a Saturday, so I got you. Don't
I'll
worry.
be there. I'll be there. I'll be there, dog.
Good. Well, your mom be there?
Oh yeah, she'll definitely be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's give it up for
Kathy.
Kathy.
She'll definitely be there because pink night she'll have to. And that, and it's like the only game she ever comes to is pink, because she'll end up getting the shout out before the game for her pink stuff that she does. Her and all the people at the Hormel Institute.
Yeah. Woo-hoo.
Then we'll have to, Then I don't know if she'll bid on any of the jerseys after. I haven't even seen any of the jerseys.
I don't know what they look like. We don't have. They're ordered, obviously, but I have not.
I
seen
can't
the-
wait to see them.
see the proof if they're
We'll
pink
put a picture
or
of
white
it up
or
on the
what-
Facebook when they
black.
come in.
Oh, yeah.
Are they black this year?
I don't know.
what-
I don't know what color they are.
Well, of course they're gonna
Whoosh.
have some pink in there, but
Oh yeah. No. Blue.
blue.
But since we're giving the shout outs, Aaron, I'm sorry about last episode. It was an improv ending. I had it planned. I even had it written on my paper. I was gonna write it down. Like, hey, Aaron, thanks for listening. Yeah, I know you listened to that episode because you texted me shit about the whole episode. Especially me fucking up Freddie Mercury's death date. I'm sorry. Okay? I blame iHeartRadio. They fucking had 18, and it said edited, and they changed it to 28 after I read it. Fucking blame them, okay? It's not my fucking fault that it got by me, and it got by Blake. You don't need to text me and tell me I'm fucking wrong. I'll hear all about it at Christmas. I fucking know. It's fine. We'll get by it. Freddie Mercury's dead. He's been dead 28 years. Get it over. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had a good holiday. Love the girls. Love you. See you. Talk to you later.
Oh my God! Ian, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Do you need to like? Do we need to like just pause the record real quick, step outside, just like breathe? Like, are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
All right.
I'm good.
Let's continue then.
Glad
Glad we got the little therapy session out of the way.
Oh, fuck me.
Can't wait till you get some text on the way home about that. But
we'll see.
God.
Like I said,
That was
I'll
fun.
hear about it at Christmas. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
So now we've given all of our shout outs that we missed, I guess.
Yes.
Did you shout out Em?
Oh, gosh.
That's it. Yep.
I don't think
all
she
right.
listens, though.
Thanks for coming to the Ian Klingfus podcast. We'll see you next week. No.
I don't think she listens, though. But Emily, love you. I got your hoodie ordered. Because I know... I say yours because I know I ordered one for me and it won't stay in my possession. So it's got my name on it, but yeah, whatever. I'll wear it once.
Whatever.
I can order as many as I want.
That's what's that.
Just have a closet full of them every time she takes it.
Yeah, no. How do you keep getting these? I keep stealing them.
All right. Now, we are in December.
December, yes. It is December 1st, dog.
It's almost 2020.
Yeah.
What a decade we had.
It's been a long one.
We were talking about it. So 2010 would have been what, 7th grade?
Seventh or...
So I
yeah,
remember-
right at the end of 7th grade is when we would have been in 2010.
So we'll say the end of middle school.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can remember stuff from middle school, but can I remember stuff that was really important?
No, I mean, we were 2 years into Obama being elected.
Yeah, I remember we did a fake election. I wore an Obama T-shirt, and I got pulled to the side, and I thought I was in trouble.
Because, yeah, we were in 6th grade when Obama was elected right at the end of 2008.
Yep. So
And then 2009 would have been our end of the 6th grade year.
So 2009, 10.
9-10 would have been 7th
So the
grade.
last half of 7th grade
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
to when we graduated high school.
Till today, sitting here at a table
Barely hanging
recording
on
a
to a job.
podcast.
Other
It's
people we graduated with are at
fucking-
four-year colleges, having great lives, getting married, still waiting for my invite.
They're also thousands of dollars in debt. So
Yeah, and who's got a podcast? We do, fuckers.
Fuck all of you! All of you!
Every single one of you that ever doubted me, pushed me into a locker.
Shove my head in a toilet.
Kidding, that never happened.
Yeah, no.
We were all loving.
But I mean, it's been a little.
I know.
Like, it's crazy to think 10 years ago we were in middle school, and now we both have
Kind of wish I was back.
paying jobs and paying bills and whatnot. Yeah.
Using,
Yeah, I wish I was back in 7th grade right now.
yep, graduated using that fucking math equation I've been drilled in my head every day. I use, I use
MX versus
fractions to
equal.
figure. I use fractions to figure out my speed.
Do you?
No, I don't. Fuck that. Who
Well,
uses?
going into my new job, I may have to, but I haven't used it
Well,
in the last
for-
4 years since I've graduated.
But you won't be using probably like, okay, find the square root of x. What is a equal if I have a plus this parentheses divided 2 fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I got real pissed when we started letting letters in math. That was the downfall of my math excellence right there. I was an A student. Well, okay, I was never an A student, but I was a solid B student in math till they added letters.
And I'm already fucking dyslexic, so I'm
Yes.
like, I can't add numbers and I can't read, so you're gonna fuck me over like this?
So I'm screwed, by the way. Yeah, it was.
Oh.
But I passed.
Yeah.
I graduated
We
on
did.
time.
I think, you look back, you like, during the time, you're like, oh fuck, if I don't graduate, mom's gonna be pissed.
I don't know if you know this.
I think you
I'm
told.
pretty sure you do. But when I was 16, I couldn't get my license till I had like decent grades, which was like
Yeah.
C or above.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just say I didn't get my license till I was 18. Putting that out there. Grades never came up.
No.
It was bad. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, I would do the work when I was at school.
Mm-hmm.
But my whole mindset is like, once I'm away from work or school, I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
So I never did the work. Like, I would be fine in class. In class, I'd be answering all the questions, doing all the stuff. But as soon as I left there, my mind would just be like, nope, now with school, I'm zoned out.
Yeah, that would be me too.
So I'd
And
never turn in homework, and it was.
or back when like middle school, if we had homework, I had my dad help me, and Sorry, Dad. I know you get frustrated because I write the wrong thing down and I couldn't see the fucking numbers through my blurry, teared eyes, but...
You're sitting at that fucking...
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you having a moment?
Reflection. Vietnam flashback.
Pain. Suffering.
If I could add, like, just this before we had cameras, you could see my face, just zoom in and just add, like, war sounds to it. Just...
That needs to be like the flashback and like Yoda finding out that Anakin Skywalker just killed all those younglings. You know, he's Anakin, stop! You know, just pain, suffering.
Oh, yeah, but...
Ian's in real pain right now.
All right, so I want to do something fun. All
right, what do you got?
7th grade, we'll start. Do you remember anything 7th grade?
Not a whole lot. I think back then I was in some sports. I think I was in like swimming or something.
You were in swimming?
Yeah, I was in swimming. I was in swimming 6th and 7th grade, and then I came down with like, you remember the swine flu?
Oh, fuck.
You remember that? Like,
oh, God.
That came through hard, and it took the life out of me, man. Like, one day, like, I got hit with a really bad flu, and yeah, I was out of swimming for like 2 weeks. I went back, and I could just never regain that again, and I was out from then. I think I tried basketball back then. I was definitely in football and baseball.
Yeah.
So I think you were on my team.
Yeah. Remember that.
I hit your sister in the head with a baseball. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was awesome.
Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think I like threw it and like slipped out of my hand or something, went like high and above the fence and just like smoked right in the side of the head. I'm like, fuck.
we're like, what are the fucking odds?
We're laughing now, but back then I was literally, because I think that's when me and you first started hanging out.
Yeah, we first.
And I was like, okay, Ian's parents hate me now.
Yeah, this is like, hey, Dad, this is Blake, Mom, Blake.
Yeah.
Fucking all right, hating on my sister.
Yeah. That was a good time. Do you remember much from then?
7th grade, I think 7th grade. I was on the crew for 2 plays. Remember, Mrs. Who was our language arts teacher? The cop's wife.
Walski.
She always headed up the plays.
Okay.
And I was on the crew for 2 of them, and that's where my first kind of relationship came from. Won't drop names.
I think
Yeah, well, we'll just...
I'll ask later.
Yeah,
I think I remember her name, but I can't.
She follows this podcast, so I'll just move on. I don't want to, like, lose a follower. But, hey, you know, that kind of time, like, in middle school, you're like, oh, God, a girl likes me. And, like, I just kind of got over the cootie situation. Fucking straighten up your shirt, act cool. I was wearing a metal militia hat. What a fucking douche.
You were fucking... You had the little white spot in your hair, too, I remember.
I had the blonde streak.
It made it look like... Did you bleach your hair?
No,
back then?
we didn't bleach it. We just bought, like, that hair dyeing stuff, and we just did, like...
Because you had a streak. Because my cousin has a natural blonde spot, and I don't know if he got made fun of because it made it look like he actually dyed his hair. It's a natural blonde spot in his hair. If he lets it grow out, he's like right here, just blonde. That's the funniest thing. And I always thought you had like the same thing, but
no,
told me
it kept changing. Yeah, and then once I started growing up more, and I could see pictures of myself, I'm like, I can't fucking do this anymore.
The funniest thing back then, you had the blonde streak.
Oh God, yeah, those were dark moments. 8th grade.
What was our language arts that we had in 8th grade? Who was that? The corner class? Remember that? I think that's mine and yours first class together.
8th grade corner.
It was like It was me, you, Adam.
What was it?
Mike? No, not Mike. Who was? It was me, you.
I should have brought a freaking. I had my L.
Hold on.
Okay, pause. I think it was Gustafson.
Looking back at my yearbook, which I still have from the 8th grade.
I have them all too.
And looking at the 8th grade yearbook, I'm almost positive it was Gustafson.
It's a fucking time machine in there.
And it was me, you, Will, and Adam.
Yeah, I do remember that game.
And it was all of us. And that was when I think the first time me and you actually started hanging out.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, cool.
Because we had known each other, especially on like the baseball, doing baseball and that kind of stuff.
And then I remember getting into like 9th grade. Adam was still one of my good buddies. Like we'd hang
Adam
out.
and Will, yep.
Good
you
buddy.
and those three hung out, or you and
A
those
lot.
two hung out.
And Adam was still. I think he moved to Rochester with Will now too. But I still would hang out with them a lot. But it was just like they went into a group that I really didn't want to go into. And then you were still out here, so I was like, hey.
It's not like, yeah, we can call it the stoner group.
It basically was, and I just wasn't comfortable with that group. And I'd still like at school, I'd be like,
Yeah.
tight buddies, but just outside school, it just was like different. But I remember like, had to have been 9th grade. My mom would pick me up on Fridays, and Adam would come with, and then we'd go go out to eat, and then we'd go to his house, and it was Gears of War all night.
Because, yeah, you two lived pretty close together.
He did. He moved around a lot, but then when his dad passed, he went with his aunt, which didn't move far from me either, but it was just like he was more protected.
Because he lived over by the bridge. It was like right, the bridge over by the Sinclair. He lived over there.
Yeah.
And then he lived like literally right across the street from you for a while. Or right across the alley from you for a while.
That was Will. Will was right
Yeah, I'm
across the
talking about
alley.
Will.
Yeah, Will was right across the alley. Adam was like a
Oh,
couple
you're
blocks
talking
down.
Adam, okay.
Adam
yeah.
was a couple blocks down. And then when his dad passed, he moved with his aunt, which was a little farther down. But then she was cool, but she was a little more protective of him.
Yeah,
And
which
then,
is understandable.
And then, when you lose both your parents, you kind of hang out with Will, whatever, get your mind off it. And he's still a great guy. If I see him around, I
love
see
all
Will
those guys,
around
dude.
sometimes
I
if
love
I'm in
all
Roch.
those guys.
So, not too long ago I saw Will around. He looks good. He looks very good.
He's doing really good.
Doing really good.
Yeah, and then 9th grade, we would always sit in the corner. Like, you remember the stairs?
Oh, yeah.
So 9th grade hallway is up at the very top of the Austin High School.
Yeah.
Right over, I think it would have been the west side, the stairs that go up into that little tiny classroom nothing was ever up there. We'd sit right on
It was
those
like
stairs.
a book storage, yeah.
Yeah.
We sat up there, and then I remember, getting into 10th grade, you'd go down the level. We got in, I don't know, were you in the hacky sack group where we'd go down?
No.
And then we got kicked out every day.
Did you guys go into, the lobby area? And
Well,
do the
it was
hacky sack?
remember, going up, it was, on the side of, the hallway. It was, the steps would go down, and it would be, a platform, and then go up more. We'd play hacky sack there all the time, and then the teacher would come and you can't be doing that here. We're like, why?
Why?
Over there.
Be doing drugs right now. Fuck.
That's when I first met Alex Hill. He's like, you guys playing hacky sack? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he became part of the group.
Alex.
Burkhart would get into it.
Burkhart, he's doing really well right now too.
Yes,
he's
he is. He's gonna be a.
Killing it in the
music
fucking
teacher.
set. No, he plays trumpet, doesn't he?
He can play probably anything.
Dude, yeah.
He can probably play a chopstick.
Dude.
I'm not kidding.
Fucking killing. I'm seeing shit on Facebook all the time about him going and playing somewhere.
Oh, I know.
Minneapolis.
And I know he wants to be a music teacher.
Yeah, he's killing.
I
it.
hope
'Cause his grandpa was a music teacher
Yeah.
in high school.
Yes, he was.
Awesome.
I would hope he would come here for a bit, be an Austin high school music teacher
Yeah,
for a bit. And just to start.
He's
just to see
awesome.
him. Oh,
I love
Burkhart's
Burkhart.
great. Good for him. Do what he did. I think he's still with the same girl, right?
Yeah.
Because she went to Duluth
Since
too.
high school, yeah.
Because she's probably still going because she was a year behind us. He graduated now, pretty sure, or he's gonna. Can't remember what he's doing, if he has another year or whatnot. But yeah, good for he's doing.
And
great.
so that's 9th and 10th grade.
Yeah, but I can't remember if it was 10th or 11th. But we're just gonna stay in the same realm.
Yeah.
It was study hall. You remember Nick Byer?
Yeah.
We and him were good buds, and we would go to the library to get study material, which meant we're gonna go play some block swords on the computer lab.
Oh, yes. Computer lab was right behind,
Yeah.
up in the back behind.
Oh, we'd play that.
Librarian.
Yeah. Not much studying ever happened in study hall.
Dude, what's funny? The other day, Mike, I work with Mike McQueen.
Yeah.
It was a slow day at work, so he sent me a link, and it was the Oregon Trail.
Oh, God.
The original, 91 Oregon Trail.
How many times I died doing that?
Fucking, what was the fucking,
Disease?
it was,
I can't.
God, and I even died of it when I was doing the Oregon Trail. Was you,
Oh,
I can't remember.
Yeah,
But yeah,
whatever.
it was I got to play the original Oregon
Oh,
Trail again.
classic.
It was awesome. Love that game.
classic. Yeah, so not much happened. 11th grade, we won our We were the first junior class to win Battle Connect. Well, I don't know if we were the
Connect.
first, but we
Back
were.
to back.
Yeah.
Battle Connect champs
I'll
right
remember.
here.
I'll remember because 11th grade, and I was a junior, and I worked with Caitlin Huglin.
Yep.
And she was a senior. And she was so pissed because she obviously, being through freshman through sophomore or through junior year, couldn't win it.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking seniors always win it. And then she gets to senior year, and then the juniors.
Didn't the seniors do something that like deducted?
They
like,
ruined our float.
That's right. They ruined the flow and it deducted like 200 points or
Yeah.
something like that.
I think they just automatically like, you know what, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, like you guys aren't winning. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It was the funniest
Because I
thing.
still have my senior T-shirt of making history. We're back-to-back champs. And my sister's like, what the hell? And yeah, she's a senior year, and she's like, well, maybe we can do that. Nope.
Nope. Not a chance.
2015 still reigns.
Woo! 2015.
God.
Like,
God,
what was
next
it?
year's our 5-year anniversary of
yeah, I'm
graduating.
not going. Fuck that.
Oh,
I
no,
see
I don't think
everybody on
we do.
Facebook. Fuck you.
Huh?
There's like a 5-year, 10-year, 15, 20.
I didn't know if they did it
so it's
for
like
5.
every 5 years. I
Oh, I was
think.
gonna say I'll go to the 10 maybe.
I'm not going to. I see all you fuckers on Facebook all the time.
I think we should just go, just to go. We'll just set up this. Right
We made
now.
it big.
How cool! Just the Ian Klingfus podcast live
Yeah,
from the
live.
2015. Just have everyone come in on the third mic. Just if you have a story to tell.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
But yeah,
you guys
we,
were fucking retarded. Thanks, Mom.
95% of you really were. No. Not saying names, but no. I mean, there's very few people from high school I actually still talk to consistently.
Yeah, consistent.
You know, I'll say hi, or, you know, I'll see Cole or somebody somewhere and I'll say hi, but other than that, I don't really.
No.
I wish there were still some people I talk to regularly,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work out. Life doesn't work that way.
Yeah, no. Like, it was just a couple days ago. I went to the bank, and I can't remember her name, but she was a bank teller. And I honestly had not seen her since high school.
Mm-hmm.
But you saw her, and like both remember each other. Like, hey, how's life going? Yeah, cool. But yeah, otherwise, you.
Pretty much it, dude. I speak to you, Joanna, maybe 3 times a year or something like that. See her. I know she used to live up in the cities. Now she's living in Albert Lee.
Mm-hmm.
She has a kid now, and I speak to her maybe 3 times a year. But she's got one of those friendships where it's like you can not talk to her for 3 years. You go back and say hi, and it's like you guys never miss a fucking day. There's not many other.
Nick Byer, as I was talking about, he doesn't anymore because he got a full-time job. But like a couple years ago during the summer when he wasn't in school, he'd come back and he was like work maintenance or like outside work at my work, and I'd see him throughout the summer like, hey, how's it going? But he doesn't do that anymore. He just has a full-time job. But Aaron Jorgensen, his window. I don't know if he's still working for the window company, the window cleaners.
His dad's.
But I've seen him a couple times because they come and do our windows and stuff.
Yeah,
but otherwise,
he's one I would want to stay in contact with. He was pretty cool back in the day. I'm just messing with the pen over here. Sorry.
Well, I can tell.
Sorry.
But see, that's another thing. I guess a positive of we work for the Bruins.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I see people come to the games and I'm like, hey.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's a
like
nice little thing to
it
do.
wasn't anyone I graduated with, but it was one of my cousin's buddies that I hadn't seen in forever. He moved away, but he came back for something, probably the holidays. And he was at the game, and he's like, hey, how you doing? You're dressed up kind of nice for coming watching a hockey game. I'm like, I work here. He's like, whoa.
Like, no way.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So, I mean, there's times I wish I was still in high school.
Oh, there's times where
I
I'm
wish
like,
I was in high school for the social part of it.
yeah, I see my bills come in the mail. Like, yeah.
You're telling me I'm the one that owns the fucking house.
I know.
So
I get it. I get it. I get it.
every fucking day I wish I was back in high school. Not doing the homework, but seeing everybody and not having to pay these fucking bills.
So I remember we would always do our morning rounds. We'd get to school.
We
and
would literally just like,
we would walk around.
We would walk to Freedom. First thing we would do, we'd put our shit in the fucking locker.
With Jonah. We'd
walk with Jonah.
How is, see, that's another, I haven't talked to him
He's
in a
in the
while.
Army now.
Did he go?
He is in the Army.
He was going to go.
We
and then
need
he didn't go
we
very
need to
much.
contact him. He's like,
Yeah, he needs to
he's
come on.
actually in boot camp right now. I don't think if he's still in boot camp, but I know he
Basic
went
training
last
or
thing I
whatever,
heard.
yeah. So if he ever
Yeah.
gets like time where he could come over and just tell.
Dude, let's fucking have him on. Let's see what he's doing. But
Like-
yeah, I mean, like me, you, Jonah, and back
Sometimes-
then it was Jacob Pochner,
Sometimes Bridgman would come with too.
Bridgman. Oh, Bridgman was always with us. I wish I'd still talk to him too.
He was a floater, don't you?
Like, but he was like one of the cool ones.
He
Like,
was.
He
He
didn't
was
linger
cool.
too long. Like he
Alex?
would linger until like Alex or Leo came.
Yeah.
And then you go hang out with them.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I love all three of those guys.
Yeah.
But it would be me, you, Pochner, and because that was when me and you and Pochner were all friends, and Jonah. We would all go to Freedom, get our donut, our coffee, and anything else,
See, that's what
and then go back and just walk around for like half an hour, and then go to class.
I'll always remember it. Freedom in the morning. It was the first. I can't remember what Call of Duty game was coming out, but it was the first time they put out Game Fuel,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, "What are you?" I fucking got like 4 of them, and I went to my first hour class. Like,
Nobody asked. I remember I had like, I think it was my sophomore. It was my junior, senior year. My first hour was like a shop class
yeah.
with Mr. Who was the shop class teacher? I can't even remember. But it's gonna. I have the fucking yearbook
Yeah.
right over there. I could go look, but I'm not going to.
No.
But I would go there with like 2 fucking donuts and eat them. And I remember it must have been my senior year, because Jacob. Well, who was the goaltender for the Bruins that one year?
Oh, Kylie.
Kylie was in my class.
Mm-hmm.
So first hour, me and Kylie would literally sit next to each other, because I think that was the time when I actually started working for the Bruins. Or
Yeah,
going
bro.
to the Bruins consistently and
around
helping without
then.
getting paid.
Yeah, that would have been like the first
It was-
year. Yeah, that.
2014,
Yeah.
15. And I
Yeah.
think I was going there consistently,
Yeah.
standing behind the ice on the Bruins side and
Uh-huh.
like working with you.
Yeah.
And yeah, me and Kylie would hang out during first hour and play Words with, or what was that friend game that you would play? That trivia friend game?
Oh God.
That was huge in
Yeah.
2015. We would play that against each other. That was a highlight of my year right
So if
there.
he ever comes up for the Canucks, he needs to.
Yeah, you got drafted by the Canucks.
Yeah.
That's huge.
I know.
Picked up by him. That's
Yeah.
Dude, talking about our fucking past 10 years.
I said like we could go on. Like I mean, obviously we'll have a couple more episodes before the end of the year. We
Yeah.
can always come
So
back.
we can
to
always
this.
come back to this.
But
'cause
let's just like
this is like reminiscing.
this
Like,
is.
I know you guys that like listening to this probably don't want to hear all this.
Oh,
And
but
are
there's
just
people-
like-
no. There's people that follow this podcast that we graduated with and that might
Yeah.
listen to this and be like, hey.
Which like I'm trying not to name too many names. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
because
I don't want to, but
unless you're the cool squad and you know you're cool.
Alex Hill and Jonah, all you guys.
Yeah.
Zach
They weren't
Bridgman?
in my Magic the Gathering group. That was just me, wasn't it?
My D&D group that I played in the basement by myself all the time. Yeah, that one.
All right, you
Look-
go.
Yeah. Roll for initiative. No.
Rolls over to the other side of the table.
But like some of you guys listening to this may not want to hear this, but this is literally just like the past 10 years of our fucking life.
I was gonna say let's get into our senior year, but let's actually save that
Save
I
our
want-
senior for like later in the month.
later and like towards the end, like of our New Year's
So
episode.
from like 2015 to like
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because then I'll look through my yearbooks and
Yeah.
just kind of like, all right,
Because
this-
senior year was huge.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. And it was
That and even
a lot
after
of
that, in like,
emotion might come out.
and like us just like, because I don't think me and you became actual like close friends until our senior year, and I think right after that. Because
Yeah.
when I started working at Severson's is when
Yeah.
me and you would like actually start
remember
hanging
you
out
give me-
consistently.
You would give me rides home sometime.
Because you didn't have a car. Yeah, your
old
car broke
red,
down.
Your red Ford
My
Taurus.
old 2001 red Ford
That was a
Taurus.
ugh.
And I remember that because, yeah, you'd be like, dude, I need a ride home. I'm like, dude, I got you, man.
Yeah, because it was perfectly like out on the way because if you had to work after school.
I worked at Dunkin' Donuts back there. Donut Connection back there with Proctor. Yeah,
That's right. Who else did you work with?
It was me.
There was someone else that worked there that we not graduated with.
I don't think we graduated, but it was me, Jacob Pochner,
Yeah.
O'Dallas.
That's
It
what I was
was,
thinking of.
and then there was a couple other ones that I'll have to look if we do bring this back up. That I have them on like Snapchat or something, you know.
Yeah.
But literally all 3 of those, and I think there was like 4 or 5 of them that I worked with that we ended up either graduating with or a year before. And yeah, I'd take you to work or something because I didn't have to start till 4:30.
Yeah. So
or 3:30.
It was perfect.
School ended at 3, so I could take you home, drive back.
Yeah.
Perfect. Dude, this is like nostalgia 101.
I know. That's why I was like, I don't want to waste it all right now.
Yeah. So we'll talk like junior, senior year.
Yeah.
Coming up here within the next few weeks.
Next few weeks. But a thing that carried, I know, even if we weren't friends at the time, carried us through those years, music.
Oh, absolutely.
Music defined at least part of my life. I would not be without music. Yeah,
it defines a lot of mine. Like I remember doing homework. Like doing homework, I'm one of those people. Like if I'm in a quiet room, I can't do anything. Like my mind wanders. So I had my mom get me a CD player and CDs, just so I could, because I have like fucking ADHD. So I would have to have something going while doing homework, and I would have music going.
Yeah. I remember I would wear a band shirt almost every day. If it wasn't a jersey, it was a death metal band.
You in band or jerseys every fucking
And I remember
day,
it was after gym class, and I don't want to name names because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 98% sure who it was. I was wearing a white
Write
chapel.
it down so you can tell me this later on who it actually was.
I was wearing a white chapel shirt, pretty death metal band. And on the front, it had the earth, and it didn't show Satan, but it showed his hands, and he was ripping the earth apart, and like it had a pentagram on it, whatever. And I remember she looked at it and goes, "Your shirt makes me feel sick." And I'm like, "All right, cool. That's what I was going for." And then she went and told a teacher, and I had to flip it around for the rest of the day. I was pissed.
So it was Catholic or like
I had just
Christian.
bought the shirt, and I was like, "Yeah,
yeah."
Oh, fuck you.
All right then, bitch.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. We'll get back into that maybe next week.
Yeah, we'll get into that within because we're not taking any breaks for the holiday. Fuck that.
Fuck
right.
That. There's no holidays on a Sunday, so we're good. So last week I gave you homework.
You did.
Give me your top 10 songs of the decade and your top 5 albums of the decade.
And baby, did I deliver? Just like homework, I saved it till last minute tomorrow and yesterday. So these are all fresh in my mind.
All right, do we want to start with albums or songs?
It's up to you. You're the fucking name on the podcast. Should we do albums first since it's a shorter list?
Yeah, we'll do the albums.
I'm almost positive that's what
all
we're
right,
going to
so
say.
we're going to go. We got top 5 albums. We'll do like Watch Mojo. We'll do the top 4, honorable mention or mentions.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have any honorable mentions
I have
for
2,
albums.
so it'll be
it's
good.
Fine, so you can go.
And one you're going to give me shit for. That's why I put it in the honorable mention so I don't get shit on.
What did you say? One you're going to put in the honorable mentions because I'm going to give you shit for it?
Yeah.
I would never give you shit. This is music. This is what defines us.
Oh.
But no, I'm going to definitely give you shit later. All right.
All right.
So albums.
My number 5 album of...
Or should we also say, sorry to cut you off, but like for me, some of the albums that I have on here, I don't have albums that like I listen to and I like every song.
Yeah.
Some of these albums that I like are like albums that brought me back to either a band that I didn't know about, that I like maybe 1 or 2 of the songs, or albums that brought me back to a band that I used to like that didn't really listen to within the last 5 or 6 years that it brought me back to them.
Yeah, these are albums and songs for us personally.
Yes, personal.
Like I might not know some of yours, you might not know some of mine.
Yeah.
But this is songs that got us.
And I also try not to name on my top 10 favorite songs list. I try not to name songs that the albums that I
have the same bands, but different albums.
Okay.
But yeah, these albums are not all of them. Okay, for me, all of these I've listened front to back. But maybe some people like have like maybe 4 songs off an album of 10 tracks or
majority
6.
of the songs
they like it,
so it's going to be on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
you go first.
Okay. Number 5 from 2015, return of a pretty big 80s, 90s band, Iron Maiden's Book of Souls.
Okay.
Saw them on this tour.
Damn.
Yeah. Ghost opened up for them.
Ooh.
Iron Maiden. I was like not really huge in Iron Maiden, but Cody's friend, really was. And then like, hey, you want to go? And I'm like, I've listened to, like Run to the Hills and all some of their old stuff. I'm like, but I was like, okay, yeah.
Was that your first time seeing Ghost?
Yes, it was.
That was like, and you've seen Ghost what, 4 times now?
Yes, 4 times. Yeah.
And that was your first time seeing it. So
I mainly went for them.
Yeah.
Because they weren't even like. So I was really into Ghost then, and then Iron Maiden announced a show, and then we got tickets, and then they like announced
Ghost coming with.
I'm like, like what?
I'm there.
They only played like 20 minutes because Iron Maiden's like shortest song is 15 minutes. But that was one thing that really like Iron Maiden, like this album, I almost didn't make it through because a lot of songs were like 15 minutes, but something about it, I listened to it front and back, and it was really good. I really like it. So what's yours?
My number 5 was a album that brought me back to a band that I hadn't listened to in a really long time. It was Crooked Teeth by Papa Roach,
Ooh.
which had songs like Help. It had songs
My Medication.
My Medication, and then there was that song that they played live.
There's a lot of them off that one. I
got
didn't have that on my list, so I didn't have it up.
You didn't have that one on there?
Nope. But that album is a banger, and I will admit, after we saw Papa Roach, I listened to that album a lot.
Right, and it was the song None of the Above that was on there as well.
A-B-O-V.
Yeah, that brought me back to Papa Roach, which I hadn't heard since like Scars and that kind of album. And so that was really one of the defining, and it came out in 2017.
Yeah.
So it came out right after I got out of high school.
Yeah.
Starting to get my feet down on being an adult, and all of a sudden that song, that album came out, and it was like, I need help paying these bills, dog. Like,
I remember you came over and we were playing NHL, and you're like, Papa Roach, want to watch this video? This guy, he's in a bunny suit.
dude, that was the best video of all time. Don't even get him fucked up.
And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, the song is good, but I didn't like get into it or whatever. And then we went to see him, and I'm like,
that song is literally legit live. That None of the Above live are fucking
that whole
sick.
album is good.
So that's my number 5
number
album.
5.
Is Crooked Teeth by Papa Roach in 2017.
So number 4 for me, straight from August, We Are Not Your Kind by Slipknot. I would have put this higher, but there was others that like I've had out longer that have connected to me more.
Yeah.
Slipknot will always have its own spot in my heart. And this album, number 4, don't get it fucking twisted. It's
The whole album is a fucking bang.
there's not one song on there, even the fucking like interludes that just are just noises and shit. You're like, oh, that's fucking spooky.
So fucking good.
Oh, you got from the beginning, insert the coin into Unsainted.
Insert the Coin to Unsainted is literally one of my favorite parts of any album I've ever heard in my entire life. Literally, just the right at the end just mixes perfectly with
And
Unsainted.
then you got like the creepy spiders, and you got fucking Orphan, you got Nero Forte, you got.
It's literally
It's fucking-
so fucking good.
It's every song is just brutal
It's
in more than one way. And then that song My Pain, it's like slow, but it's like
literally
Oh my
Insert
God.
Coin to Unsainted, The Birth of the Cruel,
oh god.
Death Because of Death.
that's-
Because of Death.
That's like an
Nero
interlude
Forte,
right into I know that interlude right into Nero Forte.
Dude. Spiders, Orphan, My Pain, Soulway Filled ending on that was just huge.
At all. Yeah, so that album just doesn't need much. That's
Yeah. Ginormous is
yes.
I think that's just a huge
Yeah.
one. So my 4th one, kind of another, like, not an album that I like completely. It's an album that I enjoy, but it's not one where I like most of the songs on there.
Yep.
But it's one that brought me back to a band that I hadn't heard in a long time, and it's Amaryllis by Shinedown.
Okay.
It had Bullies, Enemies, Unity, which is the songs that I really enjoyed. But it made me go back to liking Shinedown since like Fly From the Inside, which is an older song from their first album. Lost in the Crowd, In Memory, 45 and Simple Man, their throwbacks. And it made me start listening to those again and made me the Shinedown fan that I am today.
And then we went to go see them.
We went to see them with Five Finger.
Yeah.
You know, and Threat to Survival and Attention have been two badass
as well.
albums since then.
All right, my number 3 band I know you don't listen to, but my cousin Cody got me into these guys, and they just released a new album on Friday, and it's really good. Cattle Decapitation, the Anthropocene Extinction. So
when did that come out?
That came out in 15. I want to say
15. That's fine. You can do it.
Yeah, I want to say 15 because that's about the time we went to see them, and I got to meet them and stuff.
That'd be pretty cool.
They had the Monolith album before that, which was like, it had songs like Living, Breathing, Piece of Defecating Meat. Mm-hmm. Which songs like, it's fucking hardcore death metal. But then I was like, cool. But then this album came out, like after I started listening to it, it's like, oh, cool, to get that new album from. And then we got to see him, and I got to meet him and stuff. So that album was cool.
Yeah.
Now this new one I just started listening to, pretty damn good.
It's nice. My third favorite one, again, kind of going on your fifth one or fourth one, was We Are Not Your Kind by Slipknot. It came out this year. It's another one where it's like literally every song on there I enjoy. Mm-hmm. But it's just too new to like really put at number one. I mean, we've already went over all the entire album, so that's my number 3.
So number 2 for me was 2014 Trivium, Vengeance Falls.
Yes.
That album, like, I remember being in school and I'd have my earbuds on, listen to that whole thing, and through Blood, Dirt, and Bone, a song, Aaron Jorgensen, he really liked it. We would like walk together with one earbud, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go this way, give it back. That whole song, and Emily, she really likes the song Strife off that album.
That's a good one.
So yeah, that's my number 2.
My number 2, this is kicking back real old school. This is like a band's first album. It came out in 2013.
Okay.
Vessel by 21 Pilots.
Okay.
This was like going right into high school, right?
Yeah.
I listened to literally the entire album, and this is before even like Stressed Out and all the new stuff that they put out. This is like their original shit. I like that entire album. It's got Ode to Sleep, Migraine, House of Gold, Car Radio, Semi-Automatic. Just the entire album was just a banger. And I remember listening to that back in like right at the beginning of high school and being just awestruck. And going back through and trying to find 5 albums that define my 2010s, re-listening to that entire album was just fantastic. All
right, so before we get to your number 1, I have a couple honorable mentions.
Which I don't,
So, I don't know if I want to start with, because I have 2 honorable mentions and one is above the other. I'm going to go with the bottom one.
Okay.
You guys gave me shit for it in high school, and you're going to give me shit for it now.
I can't wait to hear it.
No Fixed Address by Nickelback.
Fuck Nickelback!
See, I told you, there it is. I remember listening to it, whatever class we were in, Faulkner and you turned around and like, what are you listening to? And I had just downloaded it on my phone. I'm like, look at it. And they're like, you fucking gay. And I'm like, okay. And then I remember like I had tickets to go see him on this tour, and they canceled on me twice. It's okay. I've seen them. Good, but it's a good album. Good rock
I just have to give Nickelback shit because it's a hated band.
They're handing off the torch.
I like some of their shit.
They're handing off the most hated torch to Imagine Dragons. So fast. But so that and another honorable mention, I wanted to make it on my list, but there was too many. Drones by Muse.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have a Muse band.
Muse
or Tool. I thought you were gonna have one of those on there.
See, Tool's new. I haven't had a Tool album since 2006, and their new one I really haven't.
I guess they haven't released anything this decade. So yeah, I guess.
If this was later, I would have had a lot of Tool. But yeah, Muse, that whole album, that was sick. Like you had obviously the title track, Drones. You had Psycho. Mm-hmm. That was a banger. And then I saw them on that. Well, in between that tour and their new album, but. Their new album I could have put on there too, but there's just too many. It's crazy. All right, Blake, your number 1.
My number 1, which is it's not an old record. It came out just in 2018.
Okay. So did mine. My number 1 came out in 2018.
But it's literally one of the first albums I listened to front to back so many times that like it's ingrained in my mind at this point.
Yeah.
And it's from a band that sings in like partially foreign language to me, so
okay.
I can't even like
I know where this is
I
going.
can't even understand half the songs they
But
sing.
that's
But
okay.
it's literally one of the most hard rock bands and albums that I've ever heard, and it's
And it's
by Alien
Rammstein.
No.
I
Alien
know.
Weaponry, which
Yeah.
is a band from Australia
Yeah.
or New Zealand. So they sing in their native tongue of
It's basically like Samoan almost.
yeah, it's like
kinda.
Samoan pretty much, but it's literally one of the only albums that literally front to back I can literally rock out to every song.
Yeah.
And it is
The songs you play in the car when they are fucking
and
banging.
like, of course, some of you know like Ruan Tewana or something like that. I can't pronounce a fucking word that they're singing,
That's okay.
but I'm rocking my head the entire thing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like Whispers, Rage, Take It Over, Nobody Here, PC Bro, like that entire album's a fucking banger. I'll listen to it like multiple times a day
I know
if
what
I
you're.
can.
I know what you're listening to tonight.
I'm listening to it right after we're done with this podcast. I don't even
So,
care.
my number one will come to no surprise from anybody that knows me. They come from Sweden.
Sweden.
This album got my mom into this band, and before I tell you the band,
I think I know what
you
band.
know what it is, but I'm gonna tell a little story.
Okay.
So, when this album came out and they went on the tour, mind you, I saw these guys 3 times on the same tour.
Mm-hmm.
I got VIP access. I'm in the front row. I got my arms on the rail. I'm basically shitting my pants. 'Cause I'm like, here we go. It's time. My mom gets in. She's like, well, we made it to the front. I would love to be. I swap spots with her. So she gets the
Okay.
rail, and I'm like standing, which wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But it's Ghost, pre-Cal.
Let's go, Ghost, baby.
This album had songs. We had Rats. We had Dance Macabre. It was a concept album, one that tells a story.
Yeah, which
So-
my 21 Pilots Vessel and 21 Pilots that I listen to all the time.
So, like,
it's concept one.
In short, it's like about the plague. So it starts. First title track is Rats,
Yeah.
and then it ends. The last song is a slow one, Life Eternal, about letting go and death and stuff. And it's fucking all. Yeah, Witch Image, which is about like selling your soul and whatever you want to do. It's a fucking great album. And then I remember that same concert when I caught the fucking pick. Did I tell you? I probably told you the story. That lady got pissed at me because she thought
you guys almost fought.
So during the song,
almost threw hands.
not the song off the album, but it was Cerise off Miasma, which is the fucking banger album
Oh,
that
yeah.
came out with Mummy Dust and all that. But he threw the pit. It was during the guitar solo. I'm giving him the horns and I'm air guitaring the solo with him, and he points at me, tosses the pick. It goes over my head. This bigger, I'm gonna say bigger lady because she was biggin'.
Banging.
She picks it up and he looks at her and gives her the finger wave of and he points at me to give it to me, and she does reluctantly, like whatever, and then he gives me the horns back.
I always enjoy that when people do that. Like, you see that at hockey games or something when somebody's trying to give a puck to a kid,
Yeah, and he's like,
and
no.
then the wrong kid gets it. He's like, come on, get
Yeah.
it. Like,
Or
that's
he
what
just
I
keeps
see.
tossing him.
Yeah.
It's like when DJ Ashby didn't mean to spit on me, but he spit on me.
And that was the funniest thing ever. It was awesome.
But that album that is a lot to go. But then even still on that story, so later in the set, he threw another pick, and it went over her head, and I turn around just to see, where it went, and my aunt comes up with it. So it's me, fat lady, my aunt, and my cousin. I get one over that lady's head. My aunt gets one, so we're both like,
That's
yeah.
what's up. I met your aunt multiple times. She's awesome. I love her.
Yeah. A couple houses down.
Literally, yeah.
I forgot to ask him. We bowl every Monday on League, and I forgot to ask him if they heard any commotion that last Sunday.
Oh, see if they heard what we heard. I don't know when I almost never see them head in there, so I don't know if they're home already or if they.
I didn't see your car when we were just outside. So, all right, that's our albums.
So yeah, I noticed that you'd probably have a Ghost as the top one. You've actually got me into Ghost.
You got some
Cirque and all the other ones. Rats.
I think you jammed
Yeah,
Rats a
that's
couple times.
Yeah. So I mean, you're.
Mummy Dust. I know you Mummy
I'm
Dust.
glad you're part of my life because I mean you brought Ghost into.
Hey, I would have known who Alien Weaponry is.
That's what's up.
High
dude. Like,
five.
That's what music does. It brings people together.
It does. All right. songs now. It's a little longer list. I kind of told people on Facebook we would have this uploaded by 7 at 6:40, but they can wait a couple minutes.
It's fine. Top 10
songs
of the 2010s.
And none of these have. No,
I tried not
keeping
to.
them off the album.
I tried not to pick a song that was on one of the albums that I picked.
tried to.
Just due to the fact that literally my top 10 songs could have been every song on Alien Weaponry's 2 album. Like literally every one of them.
Yeah, Ghost album I could add it all.
So I decided to stay away from mine, except for 1 or 2 I think I have on there, just because of how.
Do you have any honorable mentions in this list?
I do have 2 honorable mentions.
Okay, I have
yes.
1.
So
we'll get to that. We'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
10 through.
And then I think that should be pretty much good for the episode, and we should be good to go after this.
All right, Blake, give me your number 10 song.
My number 10 is a song that came out in 2012. I started listening to a lot right when I bought this house in 2016. It's called That Day by Nonpoint. I don't know if you've heard of this.
I don't know if I have.
And something else I'm going to say right now. If you want to listen to any of the songs on the top 10 list that we're about to go through, if you just look up Blake Naatz on Spotify, BLAKENAATZ, and then look up, there's going to be a playlist there that's called IKP for In Klingfus Podcast, 2010s playlist, and it's going to have all of our top 10s and honorable mentions in there if you haven't heard of any of these and if you want to hear them. So my first one, like I said, That Day by Nonpoint, 2012. It was when I didn't have internet at my house, and I was literally playing single-player PS4 games by myself and just had to listen to some music on my phone. That's what I played.
So I'll have to look up that song. I feel like once I started listening to it, I'd be like, oh, yeah, that one.
Just look up the playlist after this. You can be able to listen to it.
All right, so my number 10, sticking with the Ghost, Square Hammer.
That's a good one.
I was going to put that at number 1, but there's another song that just deserved the top spot. But Square Hammer, that one, when that came out, I texted my aunts. I'm like, listen to this. This is awesome. And still to this day, if I'm in the car with Emily and her older niece, Lily, if you put on Square Hammer, the video for Square Hammer is green. It's like, so she'll always say, play Green Ghost or whatever. If I play Square Hammer, she goes, Ian, look. And I'll look back, and she's got the metal horns.
Metal horns up. How old was she?
She is, she's going to be what? 4? 5?
4. So, in a car seat, maybe 2 or 3 at this time, just throwing up the horns.
Yeah. Oh,
that's what's up.
She was born April 8th of 15. Yeah.
So just before this year.
Yep.
That's what's up.
She still kind of struggles. She's kind of like,
she's still kind of.
I gotta tell her, I'm like, no, just hold these ones.
Yeah,
sometimes she'll give me the 3, but I kind of.
That's what's up. Whatever.
All right, so yeah.
So that was your 10.
Number 10, yep.
My 9 is a song that I had to pull from one of my favorite albums.
Okay.
But it was my 5th favorite album, Crooked Teeth. I had to pull Help from Papa Roach. That came back in 2017.
Yeah.
Song was a banger. It brought me back to Papa Roach after years of not listening, and it was one of the better songs in my 2000s.
So that song, the album was good, but then that song,
that song really stuck out to what really brought me back to.
And to be fair, that song was the first one they put out off that album. They kind of released it as a single.
Yeah.
So that was the first one you got attached to. So.
Yeah, so, and it was one of the songs that literally brought me back to Papa Roach.
Yeah. So, this song, my number 9, I just saw these guys, and it was a song I had heard before, when it came out, it was really good, but then I kind of, forgot about it, but then they played it live, I was like, oh my god, forgot about that song. Jenny by Nothing More.
Oh, I don't think I've heard that one.
It's the one about his sister going through drugs and rehabbing, and, it's a powerful song. Talking about finding her on the floor and just,
damn.
Her mom, I guess their mom was just always there for her, but then she ended up dying, and I don't know the whole story, but yeah. It's a powerful song, but I remember her playing that live. I'm like, oh my god, I remember that song.
Crazy.
It's a good song.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What would this be? 10, 9, 8.
Be your
8 now. My 8th favorite song from the teens is called Blood in the Cup by K-Flay, which came out in 2016. It's another one of those songs that I started listening to right as I got out of high school. It's not really a hard rock. It's not really a pop song, but it's one with like a nice guitar riff in it that has some nice vocals by a female singer. And it's one of the songs that you can just kind of sit down and chill to.
Okay.
So I put that on the list.
All right. It's my next. You'll enjoy this because we jammed this together live. Wash It All Away by Five Finger.
That was a good one. Yep.
We were front row.
I actually disputed putting that on the list.
did?
I did. Yep.
Yeah, that one. That just in itself, like that song.
That was a good
really
song. That was a good concert.
Yes. All right.
My seventh favorite one. It's an old song. Came out in 2010, so it's right on the edge.
Oh, in the end.
It's called "Rich Kids" by New Medicine. I've definitely showed you this song.
Okay.
You would know it
Okay.
if you heard it. But it's a song I went through in high school, just listening to all the time, and it definitely brought back some feels from it.
All right. So this was what, number 7?
Yeah.
Well, this song will fuck you up and
Oh,
Custer
God.
by Slipknot.
Let's go.
Yeah. Fuck that song.
That album almost made it on.
That did too, but then I was like, oh god, I could put Devil and I on the side.
Yeah.
But I was gonna put Devil and I, but I'm like, no. What's Custer was the one that really caught
Custer.
me. I remember being in school, just well,
Oh, dude, that was sick.
that song, yeah, nothing,
Yep.
no more explanation. That song.
No,
was
that's just
Do you like that?
one of the
little-
best ones.
Did you like that little?
I like that.
Nice segue.
My next one is going to be a song that my brother actually showed me.
Okay.
This was, I think, right in high school or right towards the end of it. Me and my brother weren't actually close during like middle school or the beginning of high school. It was right towards the end when he moved out of the house, started getting close. He showed me a song. Actually, shout out Tyler. Let's just do that now.
Yeah,
Shout out Tyler.
I think we already did, but it's okay.
He showed me a song called New Low by Middle Class Rut that came out in 2010.
Okay.
It's a fucking banger. But that really got... I haven't really listened to much Middle Class Rut since then, but that song has always stuck with me.
Okay. Oh, next one. I saw these guys with Slipknot on the same tour as the Devil and as Custer.
Okay.
Right after the lead singer, he got released from prison. Well, he didn't. He got not guilty. It was Randy Blythe from Lamb of God.
Okay.
He had that whole issue with the guy who jumped on stage and he kind of got pushed off, and then the guy hit his head and ended up dying. And
Oh,
it was
so
like an
a
incident.
weird one.
Yeah, but it was in New Prague, that country. Their laws are weird. Then he came back and he wrote the song 512. That was his cell number when he was held in jail.
Okay.
And it's just it's a deep song, and it's a hard song.
Okay.
Yeah, so my last two, I've seen those both at the same concert.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Chicago.
Like, in two totally different songs,
Fucking
too.
Lamb of God opened up for Slipknot. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. My next one is going to be a newer song from kind of an old school band. It came out in 2017 by Greta Van Fleet, called Black Smoke Rising.
Okay.
I know you've heard that
Yeah.
song. It just kind of kicks up the Van Halen and that kind of stuff. You know, I grew up listening to that, so hearing a newer band sing that kind of stuff really kind of struck with me. It was kind of cool. So
My next one was my first heavy metal concert. My aunt will really enjoy this one. Deceiver of the Gods by Amon Amarth. I was going to put that whole album on, but that one song was like the one they opened with.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. And then we ended up seeing them like 3 other times, and that song was just a really heavy banger. What do you got next?
I think we're down to our last 4, right?
Yep, I got
one,
I got
two,
well, I got
three.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then my honorable mention.
Okay, so yeah, my fourth one, which I came out last year. It's a huge one. It's called "That's My Jam" by Skindred. If any of you heard this song, you've definitely seen the video. It's the cat dancing to Skindred's song. It's one of the best songs I've heard this this decade. It's awesome.
We would jam that while disc golf.
Oh yeah, we've definitely jammed that while disc golf.
That's a good one. So my next one, Alter Bridge.
Yep.
Their guitarist Mark Tremonti, he has his own side project, and a song called Dust came out. And it's a slower one, but it's just Emily really liked it, and then I really liked it, and it's just one that stuck with us. It's just a really good one. The whole album was good, but not enough songs off it where I could justify. But that one song was like,
Yeah.
whoa, You can sing too.
Oh, yeah. My third favorite, I think we're down to our final three, right?
Yep, final three in the honorable mention.
Final three. So my top three, my third favorite is one by Shinedown.
Okay.
Number 15. It came out in 15, so
Okay.
right the year we graduated.
Yeah.
Cut the Cord.
Ooh.
That was a big one. It was literally, I think we went to Shinedown the year, literally the December after we graduated.
I think so, yep.
Them and Five Finger Death Punch, and that's a song that really cemented me being a giant fan of theirs.
Oh,
it was awesome.
So I'm gonna steer away from rock. This is a country song that made my top. My neck. Okay, I'm not gonna ruin it because we got top. We got two more, and then our honorable mention, then our number one.
Yep.
So, "Holler" by Granger Smith. It just came out in May,
Okay.
but it was I'm a huge fan. He's the Yee guy. If you see the Yee sticker on my car, one of my favorite country singers. Me and Emily met
It's
him.
literally, the background of your phone right now.
Yep. That song, I don't know why, but it's just like a good party if you want to drink some platinums and shoot some shit and have a good bonfire.
Oh, yeah.
It was Holler, man. It's hollering at me.
Let's go. My number two is a song you've definitely heard.
Okay.
It came out in 16, which I was super surprised. Listening to the song, I thought it was a lot older than this. This is one
That's
of
what
those
I thought
songs.
too. There's a couple ones I listened to, like, wow, that one made
The
it.
song actually came out in 16.
Okay.
It's by Chevelle,
Ooh.
Rivers.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Didn't even
shit.
think about that, dude.
Oh.
That song at the beginning of it makes you think of like a New Mexico, just like out west, old like cowboy like beginning. Just drops into a hard metal. Just like
Fucking damn.
that had to make my top 10. It was huge.
I remember us. I think where we at? It was before we went to the concert.
We
I
had,
think we just put them on Spotify and that song came
Yeah.
on.
Yep.
And we're like, holy
What
shit.
is this?
It's a new one?
and it was
And they didn't play it live, motherfuckers.
no.
That's
I really
okay.
wish they would have.
I know.
when
Hey,
we
we'll
went down
see him
to-
again maybe sometime.
Oh yeah, definitely on the bucket list to see again.
So my number two is also a country song. It's On My Arm.
Okay.
Simple by Florida Georgia Line. It came out last summer, June 1st. And it was a song, I don't know why it was so good, but then like I'd listen to it and the words made a lot of sense. You could connect a lot to it. And then Emily really liked it, and then she went, I'm gonna get fucking sappy here. She went on vacation to Florida for like, God, it was like almost 3 weeks. And then the video for it came out like the day after she left.
Oh.
And it was like a, like,
I really miss you.
yeah, like, what the fuck? But then, no, that song was just really good. And then the more I listened to it, and then, I don't know why, but then I'd watch the video, there's like things in there about, like, I maybe remember like my great grandma and my grandpa, and the song stuck, so I got it on my arm, and then I ended up meeting a guy that knew someone that plays in the band, and he sent the picture, and then they've seen it, so.
So the band is seeing your tattoo, like we
band.
went over, I think, before on the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. Still want to get him on here. He's so busy. He jams a lot of concerts like every weekend.
Awesome.
We'll get him on. All right, honorable mention. Before we get
I'm going to name both mine.
Yep, go for
since
it.
you
Yep.
want me to.
Yep.
Okay. My first honorable mention is "Kill the DJ" by Green Day.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard
I
that.
don't know if I have. But I mean, if I played it, I'd probably
It's just so Green Day went from being like a pop to this being like kind of a rock song. It came out in 2012. It was kind of cool. Then my other honorable mention, "Jawbreakers" by Chevelle.
Okay.
Had to almost make it on there. It was close between that and like "What a Day" or "That Day" by Nonpoint. It was pretty close between those two. So
Okay.
both of them came out 12 for "Kill the DJ" and 14 for "Jawbreaker" for Chevelle.
So my honorable mention came off an album that me and Cody were in Best Buy, and I was just getting into like hard metal, and he's like, "All right, I don't want to get your ears bleeding, but here's a good starter album." And the song, the lead track, it's also the album title, but it's lead track. It's "In Flames," "Sounds of a Playground Fading," and I remember like the first 40 seconds of it are just like a guitar riff, and then you feel like it's gonna drop. And then I remember the first time I hearing it, I didn't know when it was coming, but like boom, it just dropped in, and I like
Got you from surprise.
scared. Oh, that song is just it's living in a concrete world. Just like some people are just one-dimensional and they don't do shit. Like when it first came out and I listened to it, I was like, "Oh, this song is cool," but then get older and you're like, oh, the words make more sense, and it's like, okay. That song couldn't crack the top 10, but that song did have, because that was like the first not real metal song I've heard, but it was like one that kind of got me more into leading in more. So,
my number one.
Number one off the
So
deck.
my number one was from a band and a song that literally I haven't been. You actually made me a fan of these guys. I'm gonna say.
Okay.
And I've listened to their stuff ever since they came out with their last album, and then this album, and have just absolutely rocked. And I've enjoyed so much. And this song, which wasn't on actually the new album,
Oh,
I could actually, so I could put it on the number one because it wasn't actually on the other one.
Standing up in excitement.
But it's All Out Life by Slipknot. I had to put that as number one just because
number one.
It was literally what. Like, I've been a fan of Corey and Slipknot and Stone Sour for so long.
As we've been sitting here and we're talking, Stone Sour came into my mind. I'm like, I don't even have them.
I know.
I
don't have them anywhere on there, but I need the head of Corey. So I put All Out Life as number one from
because
Slipknot.
That song was not on.
Which is not on the We Are Not Your Kind, so I could actually put it on the list.
Yep.
And I think it's fitting to have that as number one because it is a.
So here's a question.
It's an awesome
challenge
song.
you to all out fucking life, man.
I challenge you, man.
So here's a question for you. If we would have, you could have put songs off the album on your list. Would you have put Nero Forte as number one?
I think that would have been close.
What goes?
Nero Forte would have definitely probably been number one. Unsainted could have been tied for number one.
Unsainted and Nero Forte and Orphan were the leading reasons
Literally,
why I put that album.
All three of those songs are just sick.
Fuck it, all of it.
And like I said, I could have put literally All Out Life, Nero Forte, Unsainted, Orphans, Soulway Fifth. That's 5 songs could have been on this top 5.
Oh yeah, easily
Could have been.
And
I'm trying to pick songs from like the past 10 years, like from 2010 on, and half of them would have been taken up by an album that came out literally 3.5 months ago.
And I'm sitting here thinking like, God, made this list, and I totally excluded Stone Sour, and we've seen them song number 3 and that whole Hydrograd album,
right?
Fabulous. Fuck, so much shit we could have got.
Yeah,
but hey,
there was one song that was on one of Stone Sour's first albums that I wanted to put on, but it came out in 2002, so I couldn't.
Glass.
And that was
I
know
what they played it. It's the bass riff song.
It's that fucking bass riff song. You know exactly what it is, but I can't think of the name of it. I've been drinking. It is called.
It's fucking banger.
It's
like a one
fucking
word.
Cold Reader.
Oh.
Cold Reader. That was
I remember we didn't know the song. We were looking on the way home.
Came out in 2002, so I couldn't put it on the list, but otherwise it would have been on there.
So my number one, no surprise to anybody, again. Okay. Story leading into this.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I'm going to put you in the time. It is 2011. My cousin and my aunt that lives just down the street, they were in rough times. She just lost her job or whatever, so they were living at my grandma's house for a bit. So Cody's room was on the attic, and there was no air in the attic, so it was fucking hot.
And sticky.
We're playing Gears of War. We're sweating, and Cody looks at me and goes, "Hey, have you heard this new band, Ghost?" I'm like, "I have not, buddy. What are they like?"
What is the Ghost?
Let me just show you. A song called Year Zero.
Which I personally have not heard.
It's very Santanas. It's very satanic lyrics.
Okay.
But that song, I just remember him showing me the video. We're in the in the attic of my grandma's house. And that song followed me, got me into Ghost, and then the first time me and him saw them together, and that song played, I looked over at him, and I'm like, just in my brain, I'm like, dude, remember when we first heard this? And now look at us.
Look at us now.
Like that Paul Rudd meme. Look at us.
Look at me now. Hey, look at me now. Hey.
All right.
No, but
yeah.
Literally, music does so much.
It does. It
builds friendships, builds fucking, just...
tells stories.
It does.
It seems like if there's ever a time in your life and all of a sudden you hear a song, you're like, oh my God.
It takes you back. There were songs that, are on my top 10 list that I haven't heard in years. That literally the second I heard them, I knew the exact place I was the first time I heard them.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do that with sounds, and you can do that with with smells, but you cannot do that with sight.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that's like absolutely insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like you think, I can remember almost exactly where I was the first time I heard Cut the Cord, or where I was when I heard New Low, or Rich Kids. Is like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to listen to these songs and see if you like them as much as us, remember to look my name up.
Yeah, and I'll put it on the Facebook thing.
We'll put it on
For
there and just listen to the songs. See if you like them as much as us. And
Or just keep listening to this podcast.
yeah.
All right, we're going to wrap up. This is easily our longest episode ever. Almost 2 hours.
Oh my God. No way. How long have we been recording?
Oh, about an hour and 45 minutes.
This has been an hour and 45 minutes right now. And then you have the thing to add on to the end of this?
No, including.
Oh my God.
But they won't know.
I feel so sorry for you guys. Like,
No, it's okay.
damn, I'm sorry it took
That's
so
why
long.
we put the meat at the beginning.
Yes.
So if we have any new listeners that like the interview, let us know. Continue listening. Just give us a like.
If
give us
any
anything.
of you actually made it to the end,
Yeah.
through our rant through high school and shit, I'm so sorry. That probably took 40 minutes.
That's all right.
Fuck.
If any of you from high school listen to that, they want to give us a fuck you in the comments.
Yes,
do
give
it.
us a fuck you. I don't give a shit.
Or want to come on? All right. So later on the episodes, we'll talk more about, high school on. And
Yeah.
maybe more about what happened. But
Yeah.
hey, if you're making it this far, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. We're going to, hopefully this episode explodes, gets us more things. Remember, t-shirts are available. Just shout out to everybody. I don't have time right now to get to everybody.
I want to give MCPC a huge shout out
Yes.
for getting on the interview
Yeah.
for earlier today.
Yes.
Like, that was
Huge.
absolutely fantastic.
First ever one that I'm aware of, and I'm sure all you were like, oh my God. And the more I'm talking, I know you guys are waiting, so I'm going to go get this uploaded and watch
you guys
it. So
finally know what he sounds like.
I was shocked. I didn't
surprised
expect
his voice
that.
is that high.
I
I did
know.
not think his voice was going to be that high.
I did not either. I was like, Jesus, do you have any balls? Oh, God. All right. I love you guys.
Shout out,
have
everybody.
Have a good night. Hope you drive safe tonight if you're going anywhere. It's a little windy out there.
Yes. And
All right.
hopefully you guys had a fantastic Thanksgiving.
Yes. Thank you. Love you. Peace out, boys and girls.
Bye-bye.